Hello friends, welcome to the Soccer. My name is Delale Frank and this is News Daily. Today we're going to talk about the Black Stars of Ghana. So Ghana failed to beat Niger all the way in Morocco, and I've put together 5 things that I've learned from this Black Stars team and I want to share with you. So as usual, if today is your first time, make sure you hit on the subscription button, and after that take your time and hit on the notification bell so that when I post any video, you'll be the first to see it. The first thing that I picked from watching these 2 games is Otuado is struggling with decision making, and I call it Otuado needs to decide. What I mean needs to decide is he needs to decide on how he wants his team to play. He needs to decide on the starting 11 he's going to be consistently using, and also he needs to decide on how he wants to approach games. One of the major things that Otuado I have seen him do in a lot of games is he changes his system and how he wants Ghana to play in so many moments. Remember the World Cup qualifiers? He did a similar thing against Central African Republic at home, and then he came back in the post-match press conference to say that maybe the first half he wanted to do something that was too complicated for the players. That's the head coach and what he does. Another thing that he does in relation to not being decisive, I don't want to say he's indecisive, but he experiments too much. Another thing that he did was, if you watch Ghana against Niger, in the first half, we were playing very similar to how we played at Barbara Sports Stadium. In the second half, the first half, we were playing the same approach, and then we scored. So, but we were not really comfortable doing that system. Like Ali Dusedu was not doing a lot of crosses, neither is Tariq Lamptey. He was also not doing a lot of crosses. We were not doing a lot of crosses into the box for attackers to head the ball. Fair point, because Ali Dusedu is not a natural left-footed. The second half, he pushed, right in the second half, he pushed Fatai Ishaku to the left side for him to bring in swinging, for him to do the crosses for us, and also so that Tariq Lamptey can also do the crosses from the right. The first 10 minutes, if you guys would remember, the first 10 minutes was our best moment in Ghana against Niger. The first 10 minutes of the second half. That's when, because Ishaku was naturally left-footed, he was able to stretch the defense of Niger and also allow Ali Dusedu to move forward a bit. It created a lot of space in the left side that allowed Inaki Williams to run behind the spaces. There was a point he had a good pass from Salisu, and then he made a shot at goal where the goalkeeper punched it away. The same situation happened when Ashimeru had a chance. Instead of him to just pass the ball faster, he held on to the ball for a while and the goalkeeper blocked it. Also, there was another one when Inaki Williams found Mohamed Kudus with a pass in that same way, like from the left side. Quickly, at that point we were playing well, we were dominating. Like the team was, the first 10 minutes of the second half, with this different approach, Ghana was playing well. And then Ishaku went for a yellow card. And then he made 3 substitutions that, I don't know. 1, I think Ishaku's own was obvious because 1, he was tired. But that Majid Ashmeru Elisha Owusu sub, there was no, I don't know what influenced Otuado to make that substitution, and I wish that he would come and explain that to us. And that's why I mean he needs to decide. If he thinks he's comfortable with Thomas Partey, Elisha Owusu in the midfield, he should stick to it. If his best player in the midfield is Elisha Owusu, and Elisha Owusu has to play at all times, he needs to stick to it and play him consistently. We play 10 minutes, then we'll change. 20 minutes, then we'll change. It's really, I think it gets the players confused because the players don't spend a lot of time with the coach to be understanding how he wants them to play. So if you want to complicate things for them, they get confused. He takes Majid Ashimeru out, brings on Elisha Owusu in the midfield, pushes Thomas Partey forward, because at that time Partey is tired. He's getting tired. Partey doesn't have that legs to be carrying the ball forward, left, right. He takes him out. Inaki Williams, who was our best player in that period, he takes him out, and he goes back to the first half system, which was 4-2-3-1 again with inverted wingers. He confuses everybody, the players again. They go back to invented wingers, players sit deep, and everything goes back to ground zero. If Otuado wants to play Elisha Owusu, stick to playing him in the middle. If you want to play double pivot of players sitting down, you don't want to progress the ball, stick to it. If you want to play inverted wingers, stick to it. You know, but now you change small, then you go do this thing small, then you go do this thing small. Yes, we understand that Otuado does not have that in-game experience like any other coach will have, which will be making errors and he'll be correcting them. However, honestly, I think he needs to stick to like one approach. The other one is, I'm not someone who likes to question Ghanaian players and their commitment in the national team, because I am at least privy to know that players put in a lot to play for the national team. But at this point, we need to have the conversation. Like that's Mfamehu attitude. I am seeing Mfamehu attitude in these Black Stars boys, and it's very, very unfortunate. As I said, I'm not someone who likes to question players and their commitments in the national team. But the lackadaisical attitude is too much. Putting in late tackles, making the late rounds, playing your heart out. We really know they see that in these Blacks. Like sometimes you really know they see it. Against Mali, we saw it. Or it's there, but it's 50. Some matches you go see, some matches you no go see. Against Central African Republic, against Mali, they showed it in the World Cup. Against Central African Republic, they showed it and Pabara. But to be honest, against Niger and Angola, we really didn't see that attitude. As I said, I'm not someone who is a fan of committing, like commenting on players' commitments, but honestly, the commitment level of these players is becoming questionable. Maybe they are not aware of it, or maybe they don't do it intentionally, but on the pitch, they don't really put in the tackles. They don't really go all out. There's no hunger. Like, if they are losing matches, like, the vim really lay down, and they need to really work on that. Otuado need to really put that into the minds of the players for them to be very, very committed. See, there's one thing that I have always been disagreeing with people, but I think at this point I also have to agree. The Black Star team really know rich. Individually, we have good players like single-handedly Kudus, Enake Williams, Thomas Partey. Individually, we have quality players, but as a group, I think we are below a lot of the countries in Africa. Like individually, we have quality players, but as a group, the Black Stars is one of the least performing teams in Africa now. It's something that I have been failing to agree, but after watching Ghana, I think we really know it. The team knows it. We had a lot of movement to go through this phase, but we've always been postponing it, looking for quick fix, looking for like shortcuts. But I think now we have to deal with it. The team really know it, and we have to be honest to ourselves. Most of the countries in Africa that Ghana will play against will struggle to beat them. Yes, I think now we have to all agree. The team really know it, so that when we are playing against other African opponents, we really no go expect the team to beat them 4-0, 5-0. We will struggle to beat teams 5-0, 4-0. Maybe a 1-0, maybe a 2-1, then we go rich. Another thing, the team has defending problem. We have more defending issues than scoring issues. Yes, the team know the score, but honestly, Ghana has the problem with our defense is bigger than the problem we have with our attack. And it starts with how we press when we lose the ball up front. The team as a group doesn't defend well. When we lose the ball up front, the strikers don't press, and the opponents easily bypass our defense, our attack, and straight to our defense. And when it gets to the defense too, it's no good. It's not an individual player's problem. As a group, we really know they defend well. See, if you look at these Black Stars under Otuado, or the Black Stars in our last 10 matches, we have conceded in every game we have played. From the World Cup to the African Cup of Nations to the qualifiers under Otuado, the World Cup qualifiers, 2, this AFCON qualifiers, every match we play, we concede at least a goal. That's a team with pure defensive problem, like defending issue. And I think it's official. This Black Star team has defending problem. And I don't think it's individuals issue. It's not like players by player problem. It's a collective effort that the technical team needs to work on it. The last one is leadership. See, this Black Star team needs leadership. And I don't mean who wears the captain's armband. I'm talking about leadership. Someone who will be commanding the players. Do this, go here, pass here. And that one, it has nothing to do with the captain's armband. That's something that Jiku used to give us when he's around. Without Jiku in this team, we really know they see that. This team has a lot of experienced players, both on the bench and on the pitch. For us to struggle with leadership, it's something we need to start working on. The technical team needs to get people to be leaders and responsible in the team. When I say leadership, I don't mean who is the captain on the pitch. I mean leaders who will be responsible. Leadership can be in a young player. It doesn't matter who is a leader. Leaders are born. We need that character in our players. Someone who will be commanding the players. Pass here, go here. He's like, you see that kind of thing. We need that leadership and commitment with the play, like from the players. So I don't want to rant for long, but these are a few things that I've learned. One, Otuado has to be decisive on the things he wants to do. The changes and the experimentation is too much. Stick to what you want to do. If you want to play 3 back, stick to it. If you want to play like also as your midfielder, stick to it. If you want to play invented wingers, stick to it. You play 5 minutes, then you change. 7 minutes, then you change. It's really not helping us. Our players, I don't want to say they are not committed, but Mfamehune is becoming too much. The players need to show a bit of character on the pitch. We need that from them. Sometimes we lose matches, but it's the manner at which we lose the games that we need to work on. The other thing I said is the team is not good enough. Individually, we have quality players, but as a group, a lot of African teams will beat us. Individually, we have quality players. I mean, single-handedly, we have quality players. But as a group, a lot of the teams in Africa, or a lot of countries in Africa, Ghana will struggle to beat them as of now. So when we are playing some matches, we need to be measured on our expectations. The team has defending problems. With the leak for the back, the coaches need to work on that. And then we need leadership in the team. Leadership, I don't mean who wears the captain's armband. Who becomes a leader on the pitch, takes responsibility, command his players to fight hard. Those things, we need it in the team. Let me know what you also think about Ghana's Black Stars. The AFCON qualifiers now. We have to win every game. We have to play Sudan, double header in October. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Ghana can qualify for the African Cup of Nations. As a matter of fact, we really need to qualify. Anyway, my name is Delali Frank. This is my thoughts. Let me know what you also think in the comment section. But until we meet again, bye-bye for now.